Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden in plain sight within corporate filings, and boy do we have a juicy little earnings whisper coming your way today. Today we are diving into a report from Steel Dynamics Incorporated, and it looks like they are giving us a peek at their expected performance for the fourth quarter of 2025. This isn't a full deep dive into all their numbers yet, but it does give us a heads up on what to expect, and that's always good for us investors trying to stay ahead of the game. You know, sometimes companies drop hints before the big reveal, and that is exactly what is happening here. Before we break down what Steel Dynamics is telling us, if you enjoy getting straightforward insights from these dense corporate documents, make sure you are subscribed so you don't miss out. And if you want to chat about these filings and get more insights, our Discord community is linked in the description below. Alright, so Steel Dynamics Incorporated, a pretty big player in the steel industry, is giving us an early look at their fourth quarter 2025 earnings guidance. This means they are telling us what they think they will earn before the official numbers come out. It's like getting the trailer before the movie. The big news here is that on the 17th of December 2025, Steel Dynamics put out a press release with this earnings guidance. Now this particular filing, this report we are looking at, it's essentially saying they are sharing this press release with us. They are not filing the full detailed financial statements just yet in this particular document. But they are ticking all the right boxes by informing the public about their expected performance. Think about it, on the 17th of December 2025, they released this information. This is a direct communication about their expected financial results. It's not the super detailed breakdown you might find in a quarterly report, but it does give us a heads up on the trajectory. While this specific filing focuses on the fact that they released this statement and not the statement itself in full detail, it's the signal that matters to us. Steel Dynamics is a publicly traded company trading under the ticker symbol STEL on the Nasdaq Global Select Market. This means their stock price is out there for everyone to see and trade. When a company gives earnings guidance, it's because investors and the market are always watching these numbers. Good guidance can boost the stock price, and bad or surprising guidance can cause it to fall. The fact that this is filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission, or SEC, tells us it's a formal disclosure. They are required to keep investors informed about significant events, and expected earnings are definitely significant. Now, what does this guidance typically mean for a company like Steel Dynamics? Well, steel is a cyclical industry, meaning it goes up and down with the economy. If demand for steel is strong, maybe because lots of construction projects are happening or car manufacturers are busy, then Steel Dynamics is likely to do well. If the economy is slowing down, then demand for steel might drop, and that would hurt their earnings. This report is dated the 17th of December 2025. This gives us a snapshot in time. We are looking at information that was current at the end of 2025. When we analyze these reports, we are always comparing numbers to previous periods like the previous quarter or the same quarter in the prior year to see if the company is growing, shrinking, or staying flat. While we don't have the actual detailed financial tables in this particular filing, the fact that they are providing guidance implies they have a good handle on their current sales and manufacturing costs. They're essentially giving us a preview of how they anticipate their revenues and profits will look. What we usually look for in these guidance updates are specific numbers or at least a range of earnings per S-hair. For example, they might say they expect to earn between $1.5 and $1.7 per S-hair for the quarter. This allows analysts and investors to adjust their own expectations. Because this filing is just announcing the release of that guidance, the real juicy numbers would be in that press release they attached, which is Exhibit 99.1. Think of it this way, a company is like a car. The SEC milings are the dashboard. This particular report is like a little fuel gauge warning light that says, hey, we're about to run low or high on fuel, pay attention. The press release it references is the actual fuel gauge showing you the level. In the world of Steel Dynamics, a company that makes a lot of different steel products, a strong performance would mean they are selling a lot of steel and at good prices. A weaker performance might indicate they are struggling with high production costs or that their customers aren't buying as much. Looking deeper into what this means for Steel Dynamics, releasing guidance is a strategic move. It helps manage investor expectations. If they had a fantastic quarter, they might release guidance that suggests better than expected results to get investors excited. If things are a bit tougher, they might offer conservative guidance to avoid disappointing the market later. This report uses standard financial reporting terms like US dollars for their reporting currency. This is important for consistency, so everyone is speaking the same financial language. And they are talking about shares here, which is the basic unit of ownership in a company. When they report earnings per share, that is a key metric for investors. Let's consider the external context. Steel Dynamics operates in a very competitive market. They are up against other major steel producers, both domestically and internationally. Their ability to produce steel efficiently, manage raw material costs, and adapt to changing market demands is crucial. Factors like global trade policies, energy prices, and the health of major industries that use steel like automotive and construction all play a big role in their performance. So, while this filing doesn't give us the raw numbers of revenue or profit, it signals that Steel Dynamics is actively communicating its financial outlook. It tells us they've done their homework and have an idea of what the final numbers will look like. This proactive approach suggests management is confident enough to share their insights, or at least wants to get the information out there in a controlled way. Now, looking at this report from a distance, Steel Dynamics seems to be playing the game by the standard rules of corporate disclosure. They are informing the market about their anticipated performance. The real test will be when that press release, Exhibit 99.1, is fully analysed to see if their guidance was optimistic, conservative, or in line with what the market was already expecting. For Steel Dynamics, their direction likely hinges on their ability to innovate in manufacturing processes, secure raw materials at competitive prices, and maintain strong relationships with their diverse customer base. Risks could include significant fluctuations in raw material costs, like iron ore and scrap metal, unexpected economic downturns impacting demand, or increased competition that drives down prices. Opportunities might lie in new infrastructure projects, growth in renewable energy sectors that require steel, or technological advancements that improve their production efficiency. In conclusion, this filing is essentially a heads up. Steel Dynamics is preparing to share their financial results for the fourth quarter of 2025. While we lack the specific figures here, the act of providing guidance is noteworthy. It's a sign of confidence, or at least a strategy to manage market sentiment. We need to look at that attached press release to get the actual story of their financial health for the quarter. Alright, that is our quick decode of this preliminary look from Steel Dynamics Incorporated. What are your thoughts on companies releasing earnings guidance? Do you find it helpful or misleading? Let me know in the comments below if you found this breakdown useful. Please hit that like button, it really helps us out. And subscribe for more deep dives into corporate finance. And don't forget to join the conversation in our Discord community. The link is in the description. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next decode.